flee, 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 and feet, and feet. Here's some words that are close, but the L and the T make all the difference in the world. A flee, flee, feet, feet, flee, flee, flee. L and T. Flee. A flea, what is a flea? You have a dog, maybe there's fleas around the dog. Little bugs, a flea. He was bitten by a flea. My dog had some fleas. I had to take him to the veterinarian. And to flee, to run away. Flee. The robber was fleeing from the scene of the bank. Flee, run away. And feet. Feet. Everybody has, or I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people have feet. And feet. That was an outstanding feat. Something accomplished that takes a lot of strength or courage or intellect. A feat. He won the gold medal at the Olympics. Oh, that was an outstanding feat. But the point is the pronunciation. Flee, flee, fleet. Flee, flee, feet, but fleet. L and T. The naval fleet. Sailed close. It was moving along across the water. Even though the ships today do not have, or most of them do not have sails, they still refer to it as sailing, moving across the water. Close to a chain of islands. A chain of islands. A chain. But in this case, maybe something like that. A group of islands. They just refer to it as a chain, but it's a group of islands close together. Like Hawaii, the Hawaiian Islands, basically a chain of islands. Occupied, controlled by, and having the enemy right there or in those islands. Occupied, you are occupying a desk. Each one of you are occupying a desk, sitting in a desk, taking up the space. The occupancy, how many desks are there? The occupancy is maybe 30. There are 30 desks in the room. But occupied by the enemy. The enemy is on the islands and controlling what goes on. The enemy has them under control. The crews, the people operating the ship, the crew of the ship, the crews were on alert. They were said, get ready, be ready. As each ship had been warned, had been told, be ready, be alert, be alert. The enemy submarines were in the area, the ships that are under the water, submarines. Submarines were in the area, in proximity to where the fleet was. Somewhere nearby, they don't know exactly where, but the enemy submarines are there, so the crews were warned. They were alerted and said, be careful, be careful. The enemy submarines were in the area. But even so, even with all the warnings and everything, even so, as the first ship of the fleet, the first ship passed the main island. Let's say one of these islands was a little bigger than the others. This would be the main island, the bigger island. It was struck by a torpedo. The submarine fired a weapon under the water, a torpedo that hit the ship. Struck by a torpedo fired from a submarine, under, Marine, water, underwater. The ship sank within 1 hour, 60 minutes, boom. But fortunately, oh, so lucky. Oh, things just worked out great. Fortunately, the proximity, the nearness, the closeness of other ships, the fact that the fleet was close together allowed the crew of the sinking ship to be rescued, to be saved, to rescue from the sinking vessel. Boom, 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 boom. Occupied, cruise, chain, and it's an expression, it's not a real chain, it's an expression of a group of islands that are close together. Chain of islands, enemy, the other side, the opposing force, occupied, cruise, warned, given notice. You've been set on alert. You've been told that danger is nearby. You are warned. To be forewarned is to be told in advance of something. We were forewarned. Submarines, underwater vessels in the area nearby. Even so, as the lead ship, as the first ship passed the larger island, it was struck by a torpedo fired from a submarine. The ship sank within 1 hour, but luckily, fortunately, the nearness, the proximity of other ships allowed the crews, the people on the ship that was sinking, to be rescued, to be saved. Are there any questions about the words? Pronunciation of the words. Island. Island, island. There's no S. There's no S. I mean, there is an S in the spelling, but in the pronunciation, island. The islands. The Hawaiian Islands. Any questions about the words? Proximity, fortunately, sailed, chain. Okay. Nothing? No? Okay. Flee, flee, feet, feet. That's why the pronunciation is important, because you can see that if you start the naval flee or the naval feet or something like that, it's not going to work. Okay.